Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Fantasy Revolution 11. My name is Dacian, and today is going to be a short video on Delve, specifically Plasm farming. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I got the Tax'et fight and I got the Supernal Chapuli out. Those will give you the armor and the weapons for the battlefield. This is the Delve Plasm farming in the battlefield. So, yeah. Do you need key items to enter this fight? Yes and no. The first thing that I want to mention is the fact that to enter this battlefield, someone in your alliance has to have the Wild Keeper key item, which is bought off for, well, it's not bought off of, it's bought with a 100 bald. You buy the NM key item, and then you pop the NM, you kill the NM, you get the key item. So 100 battle points, go do that. You definitely want to get that, because once you have the key item, the Wild Keeper, I believe it's Wild Keeper Reeve key item, is the actual name of it, is you have to just buy the item to enter the zone, which I believe is also bought with Bald. So, you know, nothing too crazy. After that, anyone that's in the alliance with you will be brought into it. So you only really need one person, but if you get it, then you can start your own parties, you can help out in creating your own parties, and honestly right now, the people that have it are kind of at an advantage, because you can create a party anytime that you want, which, you know, you definitely want to start looking into that. I will post a video coming up on how to actually do that. Hopefully I can get my ballad up high enough, because I'm actually been farming that right now. So, as you can see, I am on my thief. If you didn't know that, now you do. And this is pretty much the basic setup for the Plasm farming. Now, what you're going to be doing is working towards two rooms. There's this room right here, which is the big room, 1. And then there's actually another one further in, called the big room 2. Basically, because most of the mobs repop there, 90% of the mobs are in those rooms. Now, these party setups are pretty standard. You have a Bard or a Corsair, or a Bard and a Corsair in every single one. As you can see at my party, we have the Bard, but I am in the holding party actually, which means both the Paladin and a Sacker is in this party. There's 2 white mages, one for the Paladin and one to kind of help out along with whichever split we go, and then we have 2 additional DDs, which we kind of get stuck in this party with nothing really good, but it's okay, because I'm going to be going with the other damage dealing party in the second big room, so I'll be able to show you guys how that works. On Thief, basically all you're going to be doing is pulling and hitting some treasure hunter to see if you can get some extra air elixirs, which air elixirs are always good. You can upgrade the weapons, you can upgrade the armor, but, you know, other than that, the other 2 parties are your high damage party setups. You have a Bard plus a core, or a Bard and a core, white mage, and then 4 damage dealers, or 3 depending on the setup that you have. And then, you know, the damage dealers are definitely highly picked as Dark Knights, monks, samurais, pretty much anything that'll do a massive amount of damage really quickly. So the whole objective of this is to basically kill as many monsters as you can. Each monster that you kill, you get 50 Plasm, and, you know, the lowest I've seen in a Plasm party was like 3,500. I've seen into the 7,000s, almost 8s, when you've had a really good party with a lot of relics, and people that had delve weapons are already set up. So definitely something that's really nice to have. Now, this is where the split is. There's going to be one party that holds in this room to basically kill the repops, because every monster in this zone repops. And the other group is going to go up here and actually go towards the north after the split. We are going to take the Paladin and the Sacker, although the Sacker is going to be going to the big room also, because that has NMs popped in it. We're going to have the Paladin take the rest of these mobs and go all the way south. That way he's not even near the party, and hopefully he, you know, can hold them without having any issues. Now, the reason that you want to do this is because the NMs will, like the old zones, wander back. Nothing depops in here. They just everything either wanders back, and just those NMs, unless you have to, you don't really want to kill them. So what you got to do is you basically set up a paladin to hold, and then very popular has been a sacking person, someone with a Twilight set that can basically die, re-raise, and just hold the NMs in a corner somewhere. Because the T1 through 3 NMs are already spawned, so you have to have someone to deal with them. But the T4 and 5s break open after the 15-minute mark because the wall comes down for the second big chamber, which has all those higher tier NMs. So up until the 15-minute point, all you want to do is you basically want to get one party into that one big room, have your second party in this smaller chamber, almost ready for when the wall goes down. Because the wall goes down, you're going to be able to head north and run right into it. And as I said, I mean, I'm with that second party, so I'm going to be helping pull and whatnot. Now, the paladin pulls everything south because you don't want to have to be messing around with the NMs, and they are pretty brutal. Now, as for the mobs themselves, I would highly recommend some Ffxi for some damage dealers, because their evasion is quite high, even with capped skills. Though, I mean, over time, as we start getting better weapons, better gear, hopefully this will be kind of calmed down, but I don't see any time in the near future when we're going to need to get rid of bards or cores or anything like that. So, yeah. The next portion that I want to talk about is how to farm. I mean, it's an assault-like battlefield. So when I say that, I mean it's timed. Everything's in there. If you were to die and everything wipe, then all the mobs will go back to their original positions. There's no depopping at all. So you definitely want to make sure that you're all set up in case of a death. But most of the time in here, the mobs aren't too powerful for killing people. They're just more of a nuisance. As long as you have those two parties on each group, you're gonna be fine. Let's see. You can actually see on the left hand of my screen right now where that Beastmaster is on the far side. He is actually at the wall. So if you wanted a general position of where that is, but basically as long as you hug that left side of the chamber, you'd run right into the wall. And in that room is, in this area, Tax'et and the Nat, which you want to basically have someone pull off and hold. I'm actually going to run over there just to show you the wall, which isn't going to really do anything, but yeah. As I said, you get a message right on the 15-minute mark when that wall comes down. And yeah, other than that, it's just massive farming, pulling, and dying scene. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much more to say. I'm actually going to fast forward a little bit to when the wall comes down, just to show you those rooms, so just hold on one sec. Alright, so we're back. Yeah, I basically just skipped forward to about the 15-minute mark. Now, this is the second big chamber. Now, on the far side is Tax'et along with the Nat, which is where our Twilight tank, which we named the person that's going to be sacking with the Twilight Mare, is going to go. And basically, other than that, you just want to pull from up top there, back south, and let your other party on the east do their thing. And you guys are going to be pretty fine. I'm going to let this kind of play out for a little bit so you guys can see, the overall zone and whatnot, and basically how to pull. Now, these mobs link very far, so be very careful. And if you do happen to snag one of the NMs, I would say to go over in a corner and just go die, because those NMs are going to just destroy you, which you're going to see. I don't remember if you see it right here. I was pulling once and I snagged an NM and just suicided. So, pretty simple to do. But yeah, other than that, you just want to pull as many as you can and kill as much as you can in the 45 minutes. If I'm going to skip one more time and show you where the Paladin should be sitting up and basically where you should go with him. So, once again, hold on just one sec. Alright, so I actually cut back a little bit, and I'm going to show you where the paladin should go, which is right down this east tunnel. Now, there is actually a spot where there's a monster that you want to just pull back to the party, or just engage like we did. And you want to just kind of get rid of the paladin here. Leave a white mage down here with the paladin, so that if he dies, they can basically let the mobs kind of walk back a little bit until the paladin really has to engage them. And just keep the paladin up. So if you're a paladin on one of these, I kind of feel bad for you, because all you're going to be doing is getting a beating for 45 minutes. So this is the monster that you want to take back. We engage and actually put him down and then pull him back. But yeah, that's really it. In that spot right where that mob is where you want to put that paladin. I cut back once again to where the second chamber opened, and is basically just going to leave it there. I'm going to probably let you actually watch a little bit more. I'm going to probably leave this up for maybe 5 more minutes so that you guys can see. As you can see on the far side, you have Tax'et that's up, the Nat, which is already down there, and we're going to have a Twilight Male guy coming in, and this is where one of the NMs is going to slaughter me. So I think that's going to be a good spot to stop, because I'm going to die. I'm going to need to get a re-raise, and I would recommend, if you guys are pulling like I am and do get NM aggro, just to yeah, come die in a corner. And as you can see, even Tax'et came all the way over here from the far side, so their aggro range is huge. And as you're going to see right behind me actually is going to be the sack puller, which is going to basically run in here and grab all the NMs. Now the sack puller for this is going to run all the way to the far side of the chamber, southwest, and basically just keep dying and re-raising. So this is the basic setup for all the delve stuff that I've been doing. I mean, pretty soon there's probably going to be new strategies, and Square Enix has actually already put out the fact that they are going to be changing how delve is. Hopefully it's not too different, but as we can see, there goes the sacker, which is the beast, and I am getting a raise here. So I mean, nothing too crazy. And as soon as that sacker has those NMs pretty much focused down, you can pull any mobs off of him. You shouldn't have too many, but on the far side of this chamber, there's actually like a little wall place that you can safely keep dying, if that's even a way to say it. But yes, this is where it's going to be. So I'm actually thinking I might do a couple live casts of this stuff, because I've been doing a lot of them, and it'd be pretty fun to do something like that. So stay tuned to that. I have plenty more videos I'm shooting, the next NM series and the Geo stuff and Rune and all that other stuff. Leave in the comments below if you want to see something special, or if you want me to go into more detail. And yeah, so you guys know the story. Like, share, subscribe. My name is Bendation, and I am here for Fantasy Revolution Gaming. I'll see you guys in the game.